It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. That's some pretty flowers you've got going on there, Adrian. How are you?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
You're here? But are you well?
Huh, sorry?
Are you well?
Nearly. I got a dose of the COVID after the show.
I thought you were going to say clap then.
No, and that. After the show on Thursday night, woke up in the morning, felt a bit rough, and got COVID. So I must have got it when I got driven home from the studio on Thursday night.
That's what it'll probably be.
Well, they lay on those big limos for us, don't they? Them like Mercedes, and you don't know who's been in them before you. So
and obviously having COVID, you're not in the studio tonight. You're having to remotely join the show from home.
Yeah. With some daffs. So I'm at home. And my home computer's got COVID as well, because that's not working very well.
Yes, we had fun.
So I'm using my laptop. So, but no, I'm feeling better. Luckily I've been boosted because other people I know have got it and been very, very poorly. But it's that Omicron or whatever. But got over it.
Can I just say, Adrian, nobody else can see what me and you can see what's going on at the bottom of the screen, can they?
I can never see that. Can
you not see what's going on? You can see me and you, and can you not see that?
Yeah, I can see me and you.
Can you not see the other person?
No. Is it a man?
Hilarious. There's a child.
Oh no. Oh, have we got the wrong stream?
I think we might.
But anyway, I can't see that. But evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And
yes, nice to see you all. We've got Scotty B joining us momentarily to give us an update on Detecticon. That's the child we were on about, and we also have Mr. Julian Evan Hart joining us when he can work how to use his steam-powered locomotive-driven computer, no doubt.
Nuclear. He has emailed me. Oh no, he's having technical problems.
I don't believe that. Julian never has technical problems.
I might have to give him a call. He's got some technical issues.
Through it. Well, I went metal detecting at the weekend, Adrian.
You certainly did, David, and you did very well, didn't you?
Do you know, I was gifted Shane, the Staffordshire Searchers Mine Lab Vanquish 540, and I fell in love with it, Adrian.
Yeah,
because it was you don't have to do anything. It's there in front of you. If you need to turn down this, it's there. If you turn down, you don't have to go into it unless probably you really want to. And it was just, for me, simple.
Yeah, it's I like the Vanquish a lot. 540, which I had. I've tried the others, played with them, but found some really good stuff with the 540. And how did you find the height of the shaft, Dave?
The height of the shaft and the girth of the shaft. The height of the shaft itself, I didn't find it could be done with a few more inches on the shaft, to be honest. It was like it's been made for somebody who's 5'9" and no bigger. I think certain individuals from North of Tyne Detective would think it'd be perfect for them, maybe. But then again, so would the Go Find. But anyway, yeah, perfect. Absolutely loved it. Find some thought of things. I was privy to a Edward 1300s full groat, which was stunning, absolutely stunning. And obviously, I got carried away in metal detecting, doing what you do. You just get carried away. And at some point, I thought to myself, right, I'm just gonna do something a little bit different. So when I took 5 minutes and stood on top of the hill and had a look around, and I thought I identified what I would suggest would be some form of travelling route, be it path, be it road, be it track. You could just see something was different. During the day, the lights had obviously changed, so the shadows were playing different. On my way out from where this area was, I found a jetton, very well worn jetton. So I identified it, told the other people, made our way over there. As soon as I got there, first target, Lizzie Hammered.
Lovely, mate. Lovely. I thought you were winding me up when you sent me stuff.
Well, the first picture I actually sent you was a piece of gold in the hole, wasn't it? And yeah. I really did. I put my hand behind my back and I was like, I'm not looking. Shane. So we come over and went, mate, please tell me it's not what I think it is. And I put it in his hand. He went, no, Dave, it's not what you think it is. It's a bottle top. So you're very, very flat piece of quite heavy gold foily type stuff. I was devastated. The child's gone.
I was just about to say when he's put, well, it's bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you get him on, I will give Mr. Hart, Evan Hart.
Okay.
A call,
well, he's just disappeared. He's probably gone to get his Dippy Hagen soldiers.
I think his mum. Oh no, we shouldn't say that. I think his wife has run him a matey bath.
A matey bubble bath.
He cleans the kids as well as your bath, and he
does and his Vosine shampoo.
Yes, Vosine. I think his wife has got a de-knit him as well, probably. But no, it'd be good to
Do his
Scotty
neck
beat
coat.
him.
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. Right, let's bring Scotty on so you can pop off and communicate with. Here he is.
Scotty.
Evening, everyone.
Have you not dyed your hair lately? That's a bit dark.
No, I'm just sitting in the dark, like, place.
Actually, you look like you're going bald, mate.
I am. I've been going bald for ages, man. It's a stress for kids.
It's the stress of supporting Newcastle United.
No, we just
Scotty, I've
one.
just got to phone Julian Evan Hart because he's got problems with his modem. So
I'll remove you from the screen for a moment, young man.
No problem.
There he goes. So Julian's got problems, which we know, but he's got problems technically as well. So how are you, young Mr. B?
I'm not doing too bad, but I've only got one arm at the moment with a fractured collarbone.
Drunken shenanigans?
Not really. It happened before.
Did you have any alcohol in your system at all?
Not when I done it. I didn't. Afterwards, I did.
So you're not swinging at the moment then?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, it's starting to get a bit better. It started easing up the past couple of days, but it's still sore. Like
just wet cobbles or something, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I did fall on the cobbles, but it wasn't that up the stairs.
There's so many things I'd like to call you like at the moment, but none of them are politically correct, so I won't.
The waves 2 days before I done my shoulder, she fell down the stairs and busted her arm up as well.
Which side? Is it the opposite side to each other? Because that'd be quite hilarious.
No, it's exactly the same side.
I'd sue you stairs, mate. Sue you stairs. So, how are you otherwise? Other than that, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Family all good?
Aye, but all good. Just busy. Trying to get Detecticon sorted this year for everyone to enjoy.
Detecticon, of course, that's you've popped on this evening to give us a brief overview of where you are with that, and for the viewers and listeners as well. Gary Cox contacted me, and he's going to be doing the same in the next couple of weeks. He's got updates for the Rodney Cook Memorial. So Scotty asked me first, so I thought, right, get Scotty on first, and then we'll get Gary on the week later. So come on, tell us all about it, where we're at.
Well, basically this year, we're not far from where we were last year. But this year we are basically detecting around a 1200 medieval castle, basically literally 20 metres away from the castle itself, detecting on the castle grounds, but not just including the medieval castle. We've also got a Roman settlement. We've got Roman water crossings. We've got Roman paths. There's obviously Old Bastles here, which is a medieval fortified farmhouse. We've also got old stone works on site. Also, the land was ploughed last year for Detecticon. Like at the same time as Detecticon, should I say? Obviously, we didn't get this land until this year for Detecticon, so it was just ploughed last year. But this year, we've also got other land to add, which is going to get basically ploughed within a couple of months' time.
That's fantastic. And I'm absolutely devastated I can't be there, Scotty.
I'm
hoping COVID kicks in and we get that and told they can't fly again.
Don't say that. We wanted to go ahead.
But so, obviously, that's the event itself, actually detecting. What about the rest of the event where you are with setting all that up?
Yeah, basically this year, we have obviously, we're not detecting on a Friday this time, but you're detecting on the Saturday and Sunday. But this year, last year, we only had entertainment on the Friday and Saturday evening. This year, we've got entertainment on the Friday evening, Saturday evening, and Sunday evening because the following Monday is a bank holiday Monday.
Brilliant.
Also, this year, you've got your camping. Then you've got a totally different field close by for car parking. Then you've got another totally different field for your entertainment. So entertainment and camping is totally separate. So the people who are moaning about the noise and stuff, there's no chance to moan now because it's separate.
To be honest, though, Scotty, the noise was you.
Don't blame me.
It was.
Is that the entertainment? The evening entertainment?
It is. We've got the same two bands as last year. as well as another band on the Sunday. But then we've also got obviously DJ and karaoke if you want to in between that.
I wasn't
a little bit of a different set this year. Obviously, we had it in a marquee last year, but this year it's totally different. We've got a little, basically, open stage. Then we'll have a fire pit, and yes, there's still going to be a marquee, but it's a higher marquee and it's got no sides. So if it does rain, there's tables and chairs and lighting in there. You can go and sit in there and still enjoy the entertainment. And
is that going to be where the stalls are situated as well?
Yes, that's where the stalls are going to be situated. But during the day, if the stalls want to, we can put the sides up, or if it's too windy or anything like that, we won't put the sides up. The sides are there to use, but during the evening, they won't be there.
So, what stalls, what organisations, companies have you currently got confirmed to be attending?
Basically, got DWP coins are coming again. We've got Shrewsbury Antiques and something are coming. I forgot the second name of them. Hopefully, the local LFO will be turning up this year as well.
FLO.
He was a bit unwell last year, but he's back to his normal self. Well, he's getting there, so hopefully he's here this year. Obviously,
Regton's.
Yeah,
sorry,
Regton's is the main sponsor for this event. Again, they done well last year for us, and we love working with them. So they're our main sponsor again this year. Obviously, with donations again is for Children North East. And obviously,
which you're one of.
This year as well, we've also got Stone Baked Pizzas are coming. We've got a bar coming. We've got cold food. So if you want to get a sandwich to take up onto the fields instead of coming back for dinner.
Will that be the same people as last year?
No, totally different people.
I was going to say, because last year we could highly recommend.
It's low.
Oh, their van just demolished itself, didn't it?
Yeah, basically with COVID and stuff, they were struggling, like everyone has. So they had to part exchange and go different ways, basically, with their business, unfortunately.
Gutted. They were absolutely fantastic. Couldn't speak highly enough.
Well, for everyone out there, girls and boys, we might have showers as well.
Cool. That sounds interesting, Dave, doesn't it?
I won't be there, so I can't comment. I'm being quiet.
I was thinking pictures. Scott, sorry, Bob Fleming.
And obviously, just one quick one, Adrian. One quick one. For those, obviously, who are wanting a bit more information about Detecticon, me and a couple of admin from North of the Time Detecting have been updating slowly the website this evening, so it's partly updated. So if you want to go to northofthetimedetecting.com and have a look at the updates up to now, we're still working on it. But it's slow going, but there's some more information on there about this year's rally. And that's probably about it, I think, unless anybody's got any questions in the chat. Or
what were you going to ask, Adrian?
I was going to say, Scotty, you messaged me late last week. I came back to you and then I didn't get back to you. That's because I had COVID and my head is like a sieve at the moment. But I'll message you back in regard to what you were asking me.
That would be perfect if you can do that.
Now, I've got two questions. Firstly, for the listeners and the viewers, what date is Detecticon?
It's the 29th of July until the 1st of August, which is a Friday until the Monday. Detecting is a Saturday and Sunday, and you just have to leave off-site by 11 o'clock on the Monday.
And my second question is, are tickets available yet? And if so, how much are they?
Yes, tickets are available. The tickets are £65 plus your booking fee, which I think takes it to about £70 and 66 pence.
I'm trying to understand how
Friday, Saturday, Sunday camping, as well as your entertainment and for your detecting. If you go to a normal campsite at that time of year, it's high peak season, it's the summer holidays, because I've had a few complaints about the prices already. So for everyone out there, if you can get a campsite for less than £20 a night, just for camping, with no entertainment, please let us know, because I would love to know.
I'm confused because you said it's a bank holiday on that Monday.
It is.
And I've just looked because I thought, there's only one. Since when's August had two bank holidays?
Leap year?
Don't be silly. It's not.
No,
Because
it's a
there's always one in August, the end of August. We always have one at the start of August.
In bank holiday. The one I'm on about for the Monday is a Scottish and an Irish bank holiday.
Oh no, it just says summer bank holiday. Scotland. Yes,
Scotland,
sorry. I'm with you. So it's right. That makes sense now. I thought you were obviously
on the border, as you
being in Scotland, you get extra days than we do. Ivy and Mark, Dad says, no, what's the price for additional misses and 2 kids no detecting?
This is another thing. It's been updated on the website, but this year, obviously, we're limited to numbers who can attend the metal detecting, obviously due to our licenses. So this year, the tickets is you buy 1 ticket for even if you're detecting or if you're not detecting, because the way we look on it is if you're detecting or not detecting. If you're not detecting and we give you half price, that's taking a ticket away from a detectorist. So, or the space away from a detectorist. So it's the same price if you're not detecting or detecting. And kids under the age of 16 is free. Also, dogs are more than welcome as well this year, as long as they're on lead at all times. And all dogs.
How much are dogs?
Dogs are free, of course.
What about cats?
If you want to bring your cat, your rabbit, your lizard, anything you like to bring, they're all free.
And could you tell me what the probability of any badgers encroaching into the camping area may be?
And then, unless Adrian's about.
I might have a stuffed one with me to keep me warm. Badger hot water bottle. Scotty, can people have barbecues?
Yes, that's another thing we're going to be adding to the website. Obviously, we're just in the middle of updating it.
What, you're adding a barbecue to the website?
But they've got to be high rise off the floor. Or if they're not high rise off the floor, they've got to dig a little hole, have it, fill it back up. And they must have either a fire extinguisher on hand or some kind of means to put it out, a bucket of water as such. We can't provide that. There will be marshals going around asking you. If you haven't got it, you will be asked to get rid of it as soon as possible.
Well done.
What if you're in Turkey and you can't come because you're in Turkey?
Then you just have to wait till next year, unfortunately.
Say the dates again.
The 29th of July until the 1st of August.
Yeah.
And like I say, we've got the bar there, we've got food, we've got entertainment, we've got an ice cream van coming again. We're hoping to get a few bouncy castles for the kids. We're also trying to get a waltzer there as well this year.
Move the end, squash your friend.
Oh, that are you sure?
On the waltzer.
The average
right side to left side.
Yeah. Hold on tight. 8 pints.
Red light flickers, hangs onto your knickers.
Yeah. 8 pints of Stella on the waltzer.
But is there any questions anybody wants to ask in the chat?
I'm just going through. Rob Random asks, will there be a Burning Man effigy?
A what?
A Wicker Man.
Tell him if he wants to be the Wicker Man, he's more than welcome.
Rob says, if we go, could we have a spit roast? Steve Pettican asks, if you go, can he have a spit roast?
If he gives us some Emery's cakes.
Boris Webber asks, has Scotty got a booster seat?
I've got his yellow pages.
These are all sensible questions that are all pertinent to the conversation.
I think we've covered. It's really nice of Scotty to donate 2 tickets to the show, Dave, as well, isn't it, for us to give away in a prize draw?
Yeah.
Again, because he's done it before. So it certainly is.
Yeah, very, very nice.
What was he? Have you just made that up?
No, you did say it, didn't you, Scotty? You did say it.
Did he?
He sent me a fax.
A month ago?
Sent me a fax a couple of months ago, and he drew it all, coloured it in, and
it just come through today.
Yeah, in the post. But no, I think it's nice, and I reckon it will sell out really quick because you look at Rodney.
That's another thing. People tickets are selling quick. We've got literally less than 60% left, and we only posted them yesterday.
Wow.
So
Adam Weedle says, can you make it more southern next year for people on the south coast? Tony Kaywood says, can you change the weekends so me and Dave can go?
Mixed showers.
UK. Scott DeBay asks, have you got space for a humongous tent the size of a carport?
Tell him we'll give him a separate field away from everyone.
Richie Hoyle says, top man Scotty B. Apart from he's got little man syndrome. He didn't say the end bit. I made that bit up. Do you know, you're one of the only little people I've ever met who hasn't got little man syndrome.
No, you haven't. You're normal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kudos for that. do you accept Norfolk people?
A question for everyone who's watching as well. If you've got a stall and you make your own jewellery or any artifacts or coins or anything like that, and you might want to attend for the day or something, send us a message on nottd2018@hotmail.com and I'll get back to you. But more than welcome to bring your stall if you like. Free pitch up.
What about if people have got cabbage products?
If they want to bring fruit, veg, they want to bring eggs, free range, more than welcome.
Cabbage. Just cabbage.
I think
Dave, you're not going to be there.
Tony Kaywood's doing a foot spa stall for people who want to like massage their feet. I think
he's got a load of them little fish, and he's going to bring the little fish up.
Oh yeah,
nibble your skin off and what have you.
One more thing, and this is a big one. We're right by the river again this year, and if it's hot, you're welcome to go for a swim, but please stay off the crayfish. Don't touch them.
So
Dave,
the barbecues you were talking about earlier, that's all just gone out the window now.
Dave, we should highlight that on the screen. Do not touch the crayfish. Whatever you do, don't touch the protected
species, you see. So if you touch them, you can get hefty fines, really. I'm just letting you... I'm not in control. It's not part of the event. But if you do touch it and the Environment Agency is there and they do catch you, you will get a big fine.
I'd love to go to prison for touching a crayfish. I shouldn't say that.
But that's all, really. And like I say, if you go to Norfolk Time Detecting Facebook page, or if you go to the Big Metal Detecting page, or the Treasure Hunting magazine page, or the Archaeologist Metal Detecting magazine page, the link will be on there for the tickets. Click it, take you straight to the tickets, and you can purchase one.
One day, Scotty, you're going to say that, right?
The 29th of July until the 1st of August, 2022, Detecticon 2.
Oh, Adrian, do it. Do it.
Booyah, booyah.
Scotty, what metal detector are you going to be using? Well, you're not, because you're going to be farting about, but you still got your Equinox.
Always Equinox.
What would you think of upgrading in the next 6 months, 12 months?
I would, but there's one thing. I'm not going to mention no products or nothing, but there's only one thing on any metal detector which is brought out. What gets me is if it can detect coke, I will not buy the machine.
Cans of Coke.
No, like Coke, Hot Rocks.
Hot Rocks like Rob Random gets.
Hot rods.
He fell over then.
But no, there's two machines I'm interested in upgrading to, so...
Right, okay, I'm just interested. All right, mate, well, thank you very much for coming on, David.
Yes, Scotty, and please give my regards to the waves.
Katrina, Dave says he's got to give you regards to the waves.
No, you have to give, like, love and stuff.
Hiya.
No, you have to go and give her a cuddle and a kiss off me.
What's she watching? Biker Grove? What's she watching?
What you watching now?
Jossie's Giants.
They're watching the football.
Oh, yeah. Sun's down.
So Andy Winter there going, why I cunny lad, man.
That's Andy, aye.
Andy, also known as Lucky Andy.
Aye, Lucky Andy. Andy Pants.
In fact, let me kidnap Andy for a minute. Andy, come here.
Yeah, matey.
How are you, man?
Not too bad. Too normy.
You recently had another hoard up, didn't you?
Yeah. Lots of Roman coins and some bracelets. Me and another guy, another kid called Andy.
And that was on I can't remember the name of the group. Union and Holborn.
Hibben Ribble Valley.
That's it. What? Yeah. So, how many? Can you remember how many coins were at that top of your head?
We got 120 odd the first time, then another 30 odd or something the second time.
Fantastic. I take it you didn't have to camp there for 18 days this time.
2 minutes, I cannot hear you.
I take it you didn't have to camp there for days and days this time.
No, not for days.
Detectable, you had to camp, didn't you, for days?
Yeah, days, matey. Or there for like 4 or 5 days.
Marvellous. Well done anyway, young man. I will let you carry on getting inebriated and watching the football.
Well, football's on, matey. Tune's going to win, hopefully. Once each at the minute.
Take care, mate.
You as well, buddy. I'll catch you soon, Dave. See you, mate.
Get out of it.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for letting us join. Take
You're
care.
welcome, mate. Take care, youngs. See you soon.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye now.
I'm absolutely drained. I didn't
What,
understand a word of that.
I think he said, hello, how are you all?
I struggle, Dave. Your accent is not too strong, but Scotty, I was just like, what? I felt like I was in first year at school learning French again. But yeah, never mind. Julian Evan Hart has got some technical issues, unless he's in the background.
Sadly not.
Apparently the link to our show doesn't work with Netscape Navigator or Internet Explorer. So his laptop won't let him. He's got a personal laptop and a work one, and he hasn't been on the work one for a long time, so he can't get into it. Not that he doesn't do work on it. And his personal one is, I think he bought it at Tandy. So it's quite an old machine, but he can't get on the interwebs. And he's very cross and angry because he was going to talk to us about a new book that he's written that's going to be out in 4 months.
Oh, right.
And I don't know if I should tell you this. He's going to, I might as well. No, I shouldn't. I'll leave it till he comes on. He's also going to be writing another book, which will massively interest a lot of people because he has written a lot of books and published a lot of books, predominantly around.
Is it about donkeys?
No, it's. Well, have you got a shoehorn at home?
I've got a picture of Churchill smoking a woodbine.
What, on a shoehorn?
No, just on a...
Oh, he's writing the ancient history of British shoehorns from 1937 to 84. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some interesting ones made out of pet animal bone as well that have got nice like drawings on and stuff that people have done with felt tip and that. No, he's not really writing a book about that, but he is writing a book soon, which is really interesting, but he can't get on the show. So poor old Jules, he does, I don't know. I think it's like my boss. I think my boss swallowed loads of magnets when he was a baby. And whenever he goes near anything like electrical or technical, he can have a brand new laptop, brand new iPhone, and it'll freeze or it'll log him out or I don't know. It's just one of them things. So Jules isn't on. Scotty B has been on with his friend. Look, there he is. Crippled.
Read it out, Adrian.
I haven't got my glasses.
Don't say one word, crippled. Apologies to everyone. Could not get the link to work and everything was just crippled by my very limited knowledge and patience when technical things cock up. Was really looking forward to tonight. Oh, well, to the future, ladies and gents. There will be other times. Best Jules. Hi, Scotty B. No worries, Adrian. We love you. So instead, I'm going to send the link. I'm going to move everything forward a week because somebody else. Go and get your earphones, Gary, and I'll send you the link. I was going to do it next week, but seeing that Mr. Evan Hart is unable to join us, I will send you the link instead. If you are okay with that. There you go. I've sent the link. Dave, did you get the pits from Julian of the cake machines I sent from Las Vegas? No, Keith. Cake machines?
Yes, you did. I sent you the cake vending machines.
Where?
I sent them to you. I emailed them to you.
Where?
Email.
Oh, I'll have to have a look.
Keith,
I can't remember.
Yeah, thank you. Because Jules got very confused. He said, Adrian, someone sent me some pictures of cake vending machines in regards to you. And I thought, it's nice, though. I don't know why we haven't got them over here. We've got those pizza ovens now. Have you got them near you? Vending pizzas?
Yes.
With the cook it fresh?
Yes.
Oh, Imagine that when you were like 17, 18 with the munchies. Everyone would have been queuing up.
Now, I've had something sent to me which is related to the subject. It's actually from, Kerry's emailed me this over, from Art Quarterly magazine. And it's an article by Mr. Michael Lewis, the head of the Portable Antiquities Scheme. And it goes into certain things that have been found, hidden histories and what have you, how many more people have started metal detecting, etc., etc. It goes into discussions about the PAS, how long that's been going, as you can imagine, and the FLOs and the FLOs work that takes place. And I'm just looking for the piece in particular that we spoke about, because basically, Mr. Lewis, big ups the metal detecting community.
Does he? Because he wrote a very interesting article in the Searcher the other month, which we could talk to Gary Cook about, in regard to rallies. He's not too keen on rallies.
He says basically how important metal detectorists have been for the research of the archaeological community in additions to the Portable Antiquities Scheme, and how basically so many people are so passionate about the subject and the work that we do behind the scenes with historical research and being able to make the Portable Antiquities Scheme's jobs easier. I can't find the paragraph I'm looking for, but that's basically, so that's in this current issue. By the way, Art Quarterly, I didn't even know it existed. Do you get Line Dancing Quarterly as well?
You get Shoe and Leather Weekly, or used to. There used to be a magazine, Shoe and Leather Weekly. But no, it's an interesting point, and it's good that you raised that, because people are passionate about this hobby massively.
They are. And for Michael Lewis to go out and actually say something like that publicly in a magazine that is in no way related to the archaeological or metal detecting community, and give us that kudos, that's quite a nice thing to do. I know he has a lot of bad things said about the Portable Antiquities Scheme and the bias and what have you, but actually saying something to the general public from a perspective that you wouldn't normally see, brilliant.
When you compare it, I'm going to upset a lot.
She said, it's the members' magazine for the Art Fund. I'm not an art fiend.
She is. I'm going to upset a few people on here possibly, again. When you're metal detecting, when was the last time you had someone come up to you, swearing at you, shouting at you, saying what you're doing is ruining our countryside? No, 99% of the people who come up to me are interested. And what have you found? Blah, blah, blah. What's on the land? Unlike, I don't know, cyclists, which sometimes get a bit of abuse from us because we're stuck behind them or they cause things. But I'd like to hear from people in the chat who's had someone come up to them, proper lay into them because they're metal detecting. People know we're interested and passionate about it. That's why they laugh at us and take the mickey out of us. And a comedy mockumentary has been done, The Detectorists. People are interested in it.
I think I've found what it is now.
What, the
kudos? No, I haven't. I can't see it. But it's there anyway. Oh, here he is.
Julian?
No.
Oh, no, Gary.
That's that lovely Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary Cook. How are you, Gary?
Morning.
Oh, Gary messaged me the other day. Gary's got some updates regarding the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally as well.
Yeah.
We were going to put him on next week because obviously Scotty said first, do you mind if I come on? So I said to Gary, we'll get him on ASAP. So thanks for coming on, Gary. Obviously, Julian's not been able to make it, but at least we're able to get that information out now.
Well, I've just got back from Essex, actually. I've been in a sales meeting all day in Billericay. So I think it's not far from you, Aid, is it?
No, and I said to you, when you're passing, pop in, and you totally ignored me again. So never mind, Gary. You carry on. Have you got your tracksuit bottoms on?
Yeah, got me Spurs ones on to take the mickey out of Chelsea fans.
Yeah, because Tottenham was doing so better in the league than Chelsea.
But I'd rather be in Tottenham's shoes at the moment than Chelsea. Oh dear. No, I shouldn't jest about my London rivals, should I? I shouldn't take the mickey.
I do it about the Manchester rivals, so.
Yeah.
No. Yes. How are we? All right?
Yeah. Well, I've had COVID. I'm just getting
no.
over it, which has driven me up the wall. It's more of a hindrance. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. But did you know that Lisa had it, right? And I was in the house with her the whole time. I never caught it.
Well, my daughter's had it 3 times. My wife's had it, and I didn't catch it. And I actually met Anne from Treasure Hunting magazine, the owner, last week down the pub. And next morning he got it, and then I got it just after him.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is weird. It is weird, but it's just a cold. So.
Yeah, I might have had it. I don't know. So I've had my jabs. So
yeah.
I think we got more.
It'll all be gone by the time Rodney Cook rally starts.
Hopefully, yeah.
I've got Stephen Pettican started to become quite abusive at the bottom of the screen. Can I just point out?
Abusive? Oh no, I can't seem to find. Oh, where's the chat gone? Oh dear,
it's not the chat. Just have a look at the bottom of the screen underneath yourself.
Oh God, what have I done?
4-hour show coming up now. Lol. Oh, he's gone. We've upset him.
I think the elastic went on his tracksuit bottom, pajama bottoms.
Snapped into his phone.
StreamYard blocked him out.
He's back again.
I'm back. Don't get me to change anything on my phone. Don't me to touch nothing, because if I touch things, it all goes wrong. I'm like George.
We can't hear you, Gary. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Gary, we can't hear you. Can you speak up?
Yeah, I'm speaking.
A bit louder. Just a bit louder.
I can't speak any louder.
Louder.
Hold on. Let me turn your volume up, Adrian, see if that works. Go on, Gary. Try again.
Now.
Can you hear me now?
Bit louder, Gary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Little bit more. I can just about make it out. Can you, Dave?
Let me.
Gary, we're winding you up.
Oh, go away. It's been a long day. You know how gullible I am. And Adrian knows how techno crap I am as well.
Not as techno crap as Julian.
Why do you think I got Adrian doing all the bloody websites and doing all the online bookings and stuff like that? I almost said this rude word then.
Because he's a nerd.
Exactly. I'm crap. He's good.
Yeah, but at least when Gary's passing, he'll buy me a beer. Oh no, he didn't. Anyway, should we hear from Gary what he's got to say about his?
Yeah, did you see my seal that I found this last Sunday?
Yeah, yeah. You posted that 4 years ago, Gary. The same picture on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd replenish it again.
Yeah, very, very. COVID.
Well,
very, very nice. Very, very nice. Was that with you guys too?
That was with the Deus too. I don't know if Luke's in the background, if he can find any pictures.
Dave's doing it.
Dave, have you got any pictures in the background?
Yeah, you carry on talking, and I'll.
Gary,
I'll
if I didn't know you, right,
yeah.
and I know you, and I know you're a trustworthy guy and a normal guy, I think you were making these finds up or just pulling. But I know you genuinely find them. You're a very lucky man.
Well, I was with 4 other people on Sunday, and so I got backup. I got backup. Yeah, they see me pull it out the ground. But it's apparently it's if Dave can get the picture up.
Dave's nearly there.
It's a seal that is possibly linked to the Templars, but I don't know. It has a cross with a Islamic crescent moon on one side and a star on the other, and they're thinking it could be linked to the Crusades in some way. But I've had a couple of people looking into it for me, and yeah, there you go. So you've got, it actually says Secret V Ranulph, which is the secret seal of Ranulph. Now, normal seals of that time would have had the seal of Ranulph in the lettering around the legend around the edge of the seal, but mine one says secret. So they believe it was very high ranking, somebody who was maybe sending some form of coded messages or something, they don't know. It because it's made of silver, it's very, very high profile. So it would have been maybe a Norman high sheriff, or the treasurer to the king, or even King Edward II himself used secret seals. So a few people were quite excited, especially with the Templar, or not necessarily Templar, but with the Crusade connection with the cross and the crescent moon. So I found somebody called Ranulph de Blondeville, who was the 6th Earl of Chester, and he went on the 5th Crusade round about the middle of the 13th century. So he could be a candidate of who the seal belonged to, but it's a lovely little thing, absolutely stunning. It really is. And
how big is it, Gary? About
not very big. Yeah, it's probably half the size of my thumb, possibly altogether. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's in amazing condition, and I was out with I had Fods down for the day, aka Fodarina, Phil Fods, from the Dig Life UK Facebook group, and I had Ricardo as well. Ricardo does all of the banners and stuff for the Rodney Cook. So I promised him a day out with me, and the last time he was meant to come, his van, they sort of had a bit of an accident on the M5, and they had to turn around and go back home. They'd hit some debris or something. So this was a rescheduled trip. Steve Murty was out, and Neil Cleveland, and Fodder had a Celtic brooch, a bronze stator, and a couple of hammers. Rick had a nice disc brooch, a Roman disc brooch, and Neil had a hammered and some Romans, and I picked up a few bits, and then I just got this clear signal and out popped the seal. And it just, the hobby never ceases to amaze me, how you can just be having a bit of fun, a bit of banter with some mates, and all of a sudden that seal pops out.
I've been doing a little bit of research while we were talking.
Oh yeah.
I haven't found anything I was looking at the stars and the moons in relation to Freemasonry and the Templar stuff and what have you.
Yeah.
But as I said, I've got there's two people I'm going to speak to for you, which in fact I'll do it while we're speaking, and I might get an answer, might we?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, the crescent moon and the stars are Islamic symbols, aren't they? They're forms of Islam. When you look at their Muslim temple, they have the crescent moon on the top, and it's just, obviously it's all theory, and it's all but one of the theories is that the guy who owned the seal, obviously this guy called Ranulph, was possibly a crusader, and he was advertising the fact on his seal that he'd been to the Crusades. And obviously you have the cross of the Christian cross with the Islamic symbols next to it. It's only it's all guesswork, isn't it? A lot.
How deep down was it, Gary?
Only about 4 or 5 inches. The field is an arable field, so it is ploughed on a regular basis.
What were the words again, Gary? Please.
Secret V, and then obviously the name Ranulph. And apparently, this guy, one of these expert guys, has said that on a normal seal, I can't remember what the Latin word is, but it's S something, which is basically translate to the seal of Bob, Dave, whoever he is. But my one had secret and then V, which is the secret seal of Ranulph. And
how do you spell Ranulph? R-A-N?
R-A-N-U-L-F.
Right, yeah.
And as I say, I found somebody called Ranulph de Blondeville, which was the 6th Earl of Chester. And he was around middle of the 13th century. And he has there are records of him going on the 5th Crusade to the Holy Land. So
don't you just love it when you research stuff like that?
yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is all part of the fun. And apparently Edward, I've also been told, but that Edward II, around about that time, and some of the other kings during this time, they would have these secret seals that only certain people were privy to who it was really from. So Ranulph could have been a pseudonym of somebody else. It could have even been a pseudonym of the king. And as I say, only certain people were privy to that knowledge. So they knew that seal, although it said Ranulph, was actually from somebody else.
Would you believe, Gary, secret. Would you believe that Ranulph, his resting place is less than a mile from where I was actually born?
What, the Chester guy?
I was born in West Cheshire. Well, it's now the Countess of Chester Hospital, and he's resting places at Chester Abbey, so it's about a mile away, maybe a little bit more. Madness.
He was he was an earl, so he was very high ranking. He would have had the money to have had to gone on campaign in the Crusades, because obviously back then he went on campaign and he took his men with him, didn't he? He took these guys would feel honoured and privileged to go and fight in the Holy Land in the name of God, and they would raise their own army and raise their own funds to do it in the name of the king and in the name of God and Christianity. So he would have also been very, as an earl, he would have been very close to the king, and Ranulph is a Norman name as well.
Do you know the other funny thing about him? I've just popped up on Wikipedia to have a look at him. His viscera was buried at Wallingford Castle, and his heart at Dewlackers Abbey, which I pass every day on the way to work through Leek.
There you go.
And that's actually, his heart has actually been found. It is very interesting, that.
Yeah, but obviously he's a candidate for the seal. He might not be the seal. It's only the fact that the limited amount of information that I can get from the internet has led me to him, and he just happens to tick all the boxes. The seal's been dated in 13th century. Obviously, with the crescent moon and the Christian symbol could represent some form of crusader, and the fact that the academics have said to me that because it's a solid silver seal, only some of the very, very high status would have had access to have a personal seal made in solid silver. And the secret bit, he said, the only people he can find any information on who would have used secret on the seal were either high-ranking sheriffs or high-ranking people close to the king, the treasurer, or even the king himself. So this bloke being an earl and could possibly have had links to the king and obviously being an Earl of Chester, he's very rich. His record shows he went on campaign in the 5th Crusade. He is a highly, quite a high up there candidate of who.
Have you found evidence of him being in the particular Wiltshire area, wherever that area?
Well, this is the thing. You've got to now start to look for some form of evidence of why he would have been in Wiltshire. He might have been there campaigning, or he could have been there, raising an army or on behalf of the king, looking for fighters to go to the crew. We don't know. He could have been there on business, or he just could have been meeting Auntie Mabel. He
could have been on the medieval Rodney Cook Memorial Rally.
He could have been, exactly. Yeah. Or he could have just been passing through on a pilgrimage to Salisbury Cathedral or something. So that's the beauty of the things that we find in it. We'll never really truly know why that seal ended up in that field in Wiltshire, really.
Talking of Rodney Cook Rally, I suppose we better mention it. Tidy Treasure Hunter in the chat has said something very nice, which sums up the Rodney Cook Rally, I think, people getting together and helping out. He said, Gary, if you want, I can make you a trophy for the best find of the weekend, if you like.
See what I mean? Aren't these people incredible? I know I've said it many times, and you probably get bored crapless of hearing me.
Yeah, we do. So move on.
But I've had, I've had some amazing people over the last few weeks come on to me, and I've had a guy, Stefan, he makes these amazing sheaths for your small digging tools. He makes a knife sheath.
Oh,
Yeah, I know what you were thinking about, you dirty buggers. So, God, it's a family show. It's a family show.
That's why I'm talking about
Gary, is Gloucester that particular area? I mean, is it that location? Is it because obviously people travel to and from different areas via because there is evidence that he spent a lot of time in Gloucester.
It's not a million miles away. Maybe, in modern times it's an hour in the car, but in medieval times it's probably a couple of days traveling by horse. But it's close enough for him to at the end of the day they weren't that bad.
Well,
they did travel.
We're getting closer, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. It's closer than Chester.
Where's Winchester? Is Winchester out?
Again, Winchester's only probably by car 40 minutes away, and it's on the main sort of like nowadays it's called the A36, which goes on to the 303, but they are based on old medieval roads and old Roman roads as well, which the medieval people reused, which were all obviously Winchester was a Roman town. Salisbury was Romanish with very high medieval link, obviously with the cathedral. So there's ever a probability that he would have been travelling around this area.
Keith Ellis is asked, have you asked at local Masonic lodges for the history? Keith, personally, I'm a Freemason, and I believe that to be predates modern Freemasonry for a start. Additionally, I've had my Masonic symbology books out and such like, and although stars and moons are very common within Freemasonry symbology, it could still, as Gary said, it still could be related to anything. I've contacted Carl Cookson and Hamilton White from Lost Relics of the Knights Templar to see if they could identify or assist, because I think Hamilton